About 10 years ago, there's been an introduction of beaded fringes. And right now, in the last couple of years, there has been a very huge use of beaded fringes in the fashion industry. We're now using beaded fringes for several things. In fact, some outfits is just fringe. And we have used fringes for different types of outfits. Lovely, beautiful outfits. In this tutorial, I'm going to be showing you how to make beaded fringes, different types with different beads. And once you can learn the techniques I'm about to show you, there is no beaded fringe dress you cannot create. For beaded fringes, we need thread, of course, either a polyester thread or an invisible thread, whichever one works for you. And then we need beads. These are broken glass beads. I just brought them in two different colors. This is a droplet bead. This is a crystal bead. This is a teardrop bead. And then this is a beading needle. Now, this is a strip. So there are two ways to fix fringes, either on that strip or directly on the fabric like I'm doing right here. So to make beaded fringes in an outfit, this is how you attach it directly to the outfit. Just pinch the fabric a bit, and once you pinch the fabric a little bit, you just pick the needle and you just tie it just a little bit. Put the needle in between the thread and just pull. So you do it a second time just to make sure it stays put and it stays strong. So I'll pinch the fabric a second time and I'll just put my needle through the thread and run it all the way to the fabric and just make it tight. That's how to attach it directly to the fabric. So if you look at the fabric very well, you see that I have several other fringes. Now, another way to attach it to a strip like this, so you can use this particular type of strip, you can use a ribbon, you can use a bias tape, whatever it is. So what we do first of all is to turn the back, which is what I've done right here, and then pinch the strip a little bit, put the needle inside just like I did with the outfits, pull it, do it a second time, and then put the needle through the thread and just pull. So that's about it. I could do it the third time just in case so I stay strong, but it's not compulsory to do it the third time. Twice is okay. Now, after I've tied it, next thing to do is I cut off that small thread that just had a little bit of, like it didn't go in, so I cut it off. And then I put my needle into the strip and turn it and just pull it out. So I pull the needle from the back to the front. So by the time we start beading, the fringe comes out from the front, even though we tied it at the back. So I'll scoop my bead from the bowl or whatever, and this is how I'm going to arrange this. I'll keep taking more beads and keep filling it until I get the desired length that I want. Now, at this point, your fringe can be as short as you want and it can also be as long as you want. But if I'm using a droplet bead, I'll just put my needles through the droplet, the eye of the droplet, and then I'll just run my needles through about maybe 5 or 6 beads. So I'll just pull it this way. You need to be careful so it doesn't tangle and or the thread doesn't cut because so this is how to attach a droplet bead to a fringe. So I'll cut off the thread right there, and then after I've done that, I'll just open up the thread and tie. I think at this point when you're tying, I think tying it about twice is okay, but if you want to be very sure, you can tie it like 3 times. If you tie it 4 times, the thread may show and it may look very, very tacky. So I'll just tie it right there, and by the time I'm done tying, I'll pick a scissors and cut the excess thread out of it. So this right here is how to make a beaded fringe on a strip using a droplet bead. I'll also show you how to do it using teardrop beads, using crystal beads, using this tutorial is power packed, trust me. So I cut up the excess thread right there, and this right here is what it looks like. When it comes to these strips, feel free to use any color you desire. So that's a silver and that's a gold. There are several other colors I just wanted to show you. For the remaining fringes I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be using this tambour hook right here just to see clearly what we're going to be doing. So I already showed you how to do it directly on the outfit and on a strip. So everything I'm going to be doing moving forward can either be on directly on the outfit or on a strip. You get it? I know you do. So now I have tied. What I'm going to be creating right now is a beaded fringe that is done with crystals. So I'm picking a size 4 crystal bead right here, and I'll run my needles through. Now feel free to use as many as you want, but I use 6 beads right here. I just put it inside, brought it out, and then I put one extra size 4 bead, push it all the way up, and the next thing I did was to bring down the last bead and run my needle into all the beads. Now because it's short, that's why I'm running my needle through all the beads. But if it's longer, there's a different method. I'll show you as we keep moving. And one last bead is left. Let me just quickly put my needle inside it, just so that I'll know that I've run my needle through all the beads. By the time I do that and just pull it tight, I'm going to be putting my needle into the fabric, back into where I attached it from, bring out the needle slightly under the fringe so that we can tie it there. But if you don't want to do that, or depending on the outfit you're working on, you just bring it out from the back like what I'm showing you right here. And by the time we do that, by the time I turn it, you see that we'll now have to tie at the back. And by the time we tie it at the back, it will give us something really, really neat, beautiful, and put together. As usual, it is the same method that we use to tie, whether you're starting or you're finishing. So I run the needle through the thread about twice or 3 times, and I'll use my finger to just keep it down and make sure it stays safe and cut it off. So this right here is what it looks like. Now this is how this particular beaded fringe was created. This beaded fringe as well, this is how it was created. And I had it on this blouse right here, and exactly the same method that was created. I had to show different colors to show that you can do whatever you want to do with it. Let's jump into the next. Now, the next bead I'm going to be showing you is the same crystal, but without the teardrop at the bottom. Tie as usual, tied twice. So remember that the first time I did on the strip, I tied it at the back, and then from the back, I took the needle to the front. So that's what I'm doing right here. I'm tying at the back, and then I just pinch my needle from the back to the front, and I just bring it out right there. The next thing to do is to pick my crystal beads, and I'll just pick as many as possible. I want this particular fringe to be long because this particular beaded fringe can be as long as you want it or as short as you want it as well. So I'm going to be taking as much as possible just to make it look very long. Now, what we're working right here is we have 4 inches, or if you want it 5, we just add it. So feel free to do it however you want to, but I just added a little bit so that to give us 5 inches, so just give us an illusion of really long. Now we can also use normal tape, so don't, you know, think we only use ruler. So I put in one last bead, and then of course I skipped the last bead and ran my needle through about 6 or 7 of these crystal beads, or sometimes you can take it higher if you want to. So this right here is what I did. So I just put it through a little bit more, just so that it goes high, to reduce the possibility of it falling off or cutting. So the next thing I did right here was to just cut off a little, the remaining part of the thread, just to leave enough to help us tie. But when I was trying to tie it right here, my nails did not let me tie it. So I took out my nails, and then I came back to do this video again. So I just created another fringe for this purpose and used a different thread so that you see the difference in color to help us see it clearly. So I brought down the last bead, and then I'm putting my needle through several other beads, and then I'll just pull it. So after I have done that, I'll just take my scissors and cut off a large chunk of the remaining thread, leaving just enough for us to tie. So I cut it right there, and then the first thing to do is to just knot it. So just turn it around like this. So watch what I'm doing very slowly. I know you know how to do this method, but let me still show you. So just put a thumb right there, and then turn the thread, put the thread through the thread. I don't know how to explain it, but you're seeing what I'm doing, and just pull it right there. That's the first knot. So we're going to do a second knot. Now, if we were using a different color, it would have blended in, like a matching color, it would have blended in. But I decided to use white so that you see clearly what we're doing. So I just put it right there and pulled it a second time to just create a knot. This is to stop it from falling off or ripping apart. And the next thing to do is to open the thread, because it's double thread, right? Just open it right there and tie. Another 2 knots is okay. Turn it to the back just so that where we tied the knot doesn't just pile up on top of each other. So we'll turn it and tie it twice. And by the time we're done tying it, I'm going to pick my scissors and just cut it up right there. And this is what it looks like. Can you see it? So even the white thread is not even showing as much. So this is the first one that we did. If you look very closely, it looks very smooth. Now let me show you a dress that a crystal beaded fringe was used on. Mm. So this right here is a beaded fringe on the bottom of the dress that was done with just crystal. Let's jump into the next. So this particular one, I've tied it. I don't know if it's okay to keep showing you how I'm tying, but yes, I've tied it. And I'm going to pick in the broken glass bead right here. So use your needle to scoop as much broken beads as you want. And we're going to keep doing that until we get the desired length. I think at this point, I am almost at my desired length. So let me check. What I have here is about 4 inches. You can use this normal measuring tape. You don't necessarily have to use a ruler. I just wanted to use a ruler. So now I'm going to tie it, and what I usually do is to skip the last bead and then run your needles through the remaining beads so that it stays put, and I cut off as usual and tie as usual. At this point, I think this is not a new method to you, but I'll still show you anyways because broken glass beads is just a little different from the crystal tying. So we didn't do the knot like we did the first time, but this one we just tied it straight up, and 2 to 3 knots are okay. So by the time I finish tying it, I just pick a scissors and cut off the excess thread right there. And this right here is what it looks like. I'm going to be showing you a dress that this particular fringe style was used on. And this right here is, anytime you see this dress, just know that the fringe I just showed you is how it was made. I am making a similar dress right now, and this is exactly what it is. That's why I use that the blue color. So I just took the boat and decided to make it. So you see, even this dress was made using the same method. It was just a longer bead. They made it longer and they attached it directly to the dress, or you can also make them a strip and attach it to the dress. Next one I'm going to be doing is the same method, but I'm going to be putting a teardrop at the bottom just to show you how to lock with a teardrop bead. I tie as usual, and then I pick my bowl of beads and I begin to scoop. So I scoop, 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 scoop until I get the desired length that I want. By the time I get the desired length that I want with the same method of scooping, I just measure, get the length, but at this point I don't know if I'm going to measure. So we're going to be using this teardrop bead right here. Remember the same teardrop bead we used for the crystal, that purple, is the same type. So what I'm going to be doing is that you need to put your needle through the smaller side of the bead. So you put it through the smaller side, not the bigger side. No, that's not work. So through the smaller side, yeah. So by the time you've done it, the bead stays sits properly. I'm going to be locking with either this one piece of the broken bead or sand bead, whatever I so desire, but I use one piece of the broken bead, and then I bring down that last one I put down, run my needle from the teardrop bead all the way to about 5 to 6 beads in front, pull it. I use a blue thread so that you see what I've made. If I use white against this transparent, you will not even see it. And it's just an experiment. So by the time I finish that, I cut it and I tied as usual. You should be using this method by now, but that's how I tied all of them. So by the time we pull it, just tie the first knot, give it the second knot, and we are good. I'm also going to be showing you the fringes or some dresses in which this particular fringe method is actually used. So I'll just cut it off right here. And this is what it looks like. So let me show you a dress that it was done on. So you see this white dress right here? That's exactly the same method that was used. And you see these fringes right here? Same method as well. By the way, I sell and customize beaded fringes, whatever color and length you want. Do well to check the description for a link to order, or you can check me on Instagram and TikTok with the handles in front of you. Let's jump into the next. At this point, I'll skip the tie-in because I'm sure we're already used to that by now, and the scooping as well. But I just wanted to show you that we're still working with another silver right here. And by the time we push all the beads down in, now for this particular beaded fringe, the folded beaded fringe. So if you want a 2-inch fold, you have to make it 4 inches. If you want a 1-inch fold, you're going to make it 2 inches. So what we have here is 4 inches. I just took out the remaining extras, and then we'll let it 4 inches. Now after that, we just put the needle just right back to where the needle came out from initially, and by the time we pull it, we have something like this. This right here is a folded fringe. I was trying to look for a dress that was used and I didn't find it anymore. But look at it very closely and see that it can be used for any creative item. Moreover, I found a bag that they use it for, and this right here is what it looks like. With these few points of mine, I hope I'm able to convince you and not confuse you into thinking that beaded fringe is easy. Thank you for watching my video. I'll see you in my next one. Bye.